Welcome back to Notorious Autosports. This week we are back again on Project Zero in preparation for Motor City Foxfest, which is, well, we're leaving in 2.5 days. So I've got to get a hustle on here. And if you guys haven't seen the last video, I did a roof skin swap out here in the parking lot in a couple days. And that is now all prepped, welded, ground down, ready for some primer. And this week we are doing primer and sealing that all up with some paint and repainting the inside to get it all nice and fresh to head to Motor City Foxfest so you guys can all see it there in person.
Yeah.
All right, got things masked off here. Steering column, draped a tarp with some really high-tech clamps over the engine bay just to try and keep the clean steering rack and suspension from getting some overspray. Got everything wiped down with wax and grease remover as usual. And I'm gonna go through and get this thing with more bright yellow aerospace epoxy primer. I actually had somebody reach out from my original video from painting the inside of this just the other day. They had asked why I chose aerospace paint. And well, first thing is it's super durable. Second thing is I got it for next to nothing, so there's no reason to not go with something like that. It can be used as a single stage on the paint. There is also an aerospace clear. The inside, I did just do the single stage, and I will do it the same way again. If I was to do it again, I might not repaint or might not paint the inside if I knew I had to do that much metalwork and primer and all of that, because I covered half it up. But it is what it is. Hindsight, what do you do? But we're gonna go, I'm gonna get all the primer on this, and then I might just follow up and actually hit it with paint in the upper areas, let that dry overnight, and then go towards painting the inside bottom half, I guess you could say. Tomorrow, got to go over it a little bit just from some weld berries falling on it from all the spot welds along the roof. So I just want to clean that up a little bit before I go ahead and cover it with color. So nothing to do but get stuck into it. So let's go. I got a little bit of shade here, but not much. So this stuff's going to dry nice and quick. All right, we're all ready now. I got a couple spots inside the car to do just to seal up where my welds are on the inside here and a little bit along the perimeter here, as well as the bottom edge of the overlap there. Then I'm gonna go ahead, do as much as I can outside. I probably actually mixed up too much primer, but better to have more than enough than run out halfway through. Here we go. All right, that's my first coat on. Some spots 2 coats. I don't want to overdo it and get it too heavy and get sags or runs. On hot days, the challenge is actually keeping the mask up. It just wants to slide down your face when it's all sweaty. It's the joys of doing stuff in the parking lot, but we're getting it done. We'll let this set off for about 15-20 minutes and then hit it with another coat just to get it sealed up real well. And then hopefully it dries up nice and quick. We're back Tuesday afternoon. went ahead and got all this primer sanded to 400 yesterday, and things are well on their way. Didn't get any footage of that because there was sandblasting going on right over there, but allowed, so there wouldn't have been much to actually cover for you guys. So everything is in 400 right now here on the pillars, inside the jams, the roof, all that. Gonna have to get that to 600 before I put paint on it, and go over the interior real quick as well. Get that done, and hopefully the rain holds off that's supposed to be coming, and it's not looking great that way. So see how far along I get, because this thing's got to be on a trailer by the end of tomorrow. Okay, so we might have a little trouble in paradise. I'm almost through scuffing the inside, but I don't know if it shows up well on camera, but it's not looking so hot out here, and it's been thundering for the last 15 minutes. So I think I'm gonna have to pull the plug on trying to spray this. Right now it's far too windy, and it literally looks like it could rain at any point in time. Hopefully it clears up later today, or maybe I can spray it in the morning, but I'm really hoping that I can get it finished up to get it to you guys to be able to see at Motor City Foxfest. So here's hoping. We'll see what happens. Can't control the weather. Well, I was bound and determined that I was gonna sand this thing until rain fell. It didn't. I got all the way through. I got the thing all prepped, wiped down with wax and grease remover, completely ready to pull the trigger, and moved the canopy away so I didn't get overspray on it. Went inside. I'm literally stirring the paint, and as you can see, it got rained on. So right now I'm on hold. While it's under the canopy, I'm at least going to wipe it off so it can start drying as best it can, and then hopefully this lets up and stays away for a bit. I'll have to wipe it down with wax and grease remover again, just because the water might have some contamination on it. So I'll go ahead, get it cleaned up, get it dried, hope for the best, and hopefully this doesn't hang around for a long time. But we just had a big, well, there it is. There's thunder in the background still, so I don't know. We got bugs climbing around on it too, so they're out. That's not beneficial. All I can do is try at this point. All right, it's like 7 million early o'clock or something. Today I gotta get this thing painted. Last night while it was raining, I went around and just where I had a couple little pits from my spot welds, went through and just stuck in a little bit of glazing putty there. Just gonna knock that down real quick. Try and get this thing dried off and ready to spray. Hopefully it dries nice and quick. We got a colder day today, so that's not helping me. It's not supposed to really warm up a whole lot today. So as I said earlier, knock some accelerator in there and try and get it to go off quicker. Some of you might be asking why I'm not just painting in the shop here. Unfortunately, there are some vehicles that are immobilized in there that I can't get overspray on. One of them being the 78 F250 that I'm in the middle of doing a Godzilla swap on. Stay tuned for that. We got some content coming up in the future. So yeah, can't spray in the shop, so this is what I've got. And well, at least there's not as much chance for dust stir up out here, to be honest. Especially since it rained, everything's dropped. So go ahead, get this all wiped down again and get ready for paint. All right, we are ready to actually spray some paint. I'm gonna go inside, mix this stuff up. I've got everything covered essentially that needs to be covered for the most part. There might be a little bit of overspray on a K-member or something like that, but to be honest, that's got to get cleaned up. It's probably sandblasted and painted anyways, so no big deal. Definitely running behind schedule, but that seems to be the trend. I was on the phone with Infamous last night at about 9:30 doing some remote brake diagnostics, since they were him and Castle Customs. Go check that out. Infamous Project and Castle Customs, sorry. And the Shipbox Fox, they were struggling to try and get some brake pressure last night. So trying to figure out what was going on there. And they were expected to be on the road yesterday at noon. That was last night at 9:30, so they are definitely behind. I am behind. It's just part of what goes on when you try and thrash and do a lot of stuff at the last minute. But go mix up some paint. This is all wiped down, blown off. I'll give it a final tack cloth and blow some air over it just before I go to paint. And I don't know, sky's not looking promising. It's really humid in the air. All I can do is try at this point. All right, well, here goes nothing. Unfortunately, I don't think the roof's gonna turn out perfect. Luckily, this isn't its final paint. It will get painted with the rest of the body to be whatever white I do determine. So there might be a bit of dust in there. I've wiped it off multiple times, but for whatever reason, I still seem to be getting a little bit. What do? I'm not in a paint booth. Can only do so good. At least it'll be white. And then later we'll just scuff it down and paint it body color. But for now, I'm gonna spray my heart out, see how far I can get. Got a little bit of accelerator in here, and we'll just start making things white. All right, there we have it. Everything got covered up that needs to be. It actually laid down really well for spraying it literally outside in a gravel parking lot. I've missed all the rain. It's bright and sunny. It's getting baked on now. Apparently I got a little bit of a tiny little, I'm gonna spray it a bit heavy there. Tiny sag. It's all right. It's not the final color for the roof anyways, but that gives it another coat over top of the blue factory paint. So it's got a little bit more to block out when it does finally go through for final paint and body work. I'm really happy. It looks bright. It laid down nice. There's a good amount of coverage on it, so it's nice and protected, sealed up. I don't have to worry about anything that way. And this past week has been a whirlwind. A week ago, this thing didn't have a roof on it, so been pushing really hard, trying to get this far so that it can be on a trailer tonight. We depart tomorrow morning, and we are off to the show, so it's going to be a really good time. I'm excited for you guys to be able to see this in person, see what I kind of started with, what I've made it to, and I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. So it's been a long time since I've asked, but if you have enjoyed this or any of my other videos, feel free to like, share, subscribe. That all really helps me as a creator, help build the channel and grow. That would be extremely appreciated. So hope you guys enjoyed this. Come see it in person, or well, I guess by the time you see this video, if you were at the show, you already will have. Thank you guys again. Tune in next time.